women to stop having sex with idiots. They're stupid.
I agree. So can I ask you one last question?
Chat mafia.
Sure. I see that you've been going after black men for a long time, right? And looking at you, you're not even black. So the black man or the black woman is not your responsibility.
What race am I?
You are biracial. You are biracial. You're not black. So you're not even our responsibility for you to be going this hard on us anyway.
Black parents, what are you talking about?
Looking at your skin complexion, you are mixed.
Who cares? I don't have patience for the male species at this point. I want y'all to know.
What?
The man and all this other stuff, whatever that means.
I gotta pull Raggedy James off because you're unfortunately he next in line. James, don't come up here playing.
Oh,
I'm telling you already. Don't come in here playing, James, because you just gonna get cussed out. We all know you. I'm gonna do you this one bit of charity and let you get some views for your Raggedy channel, but don't come up here playing. If you come up here and playing, you will get dropped. Go ahead, James. What you got to say? Oh, James, you'll get dropped now if you don't figure out what you need to do. Oh, okay, James is out because James want to sit up here and play. So you're not gonna just come sit up here. Let me just read.
Yeah, all that what they say and do is just full of crap.
A few moments later.
Yeah, definitely. I'm getting the Sophia code. Don't come up here thinking you're wasting time. I'm telling you that right now. Don't do it. You better.
But thank you for letting me up. I appreciate it.
Okay, so the Queen Slayer official said God's wife is not Sophia. Her name is Ashera. Is that Shira Seven's name too? Ashera? Is her name really Ashera? And she cut it and called it Shira. James, what do you got to say? You got the last 10 minutes to waste time. What do you got to say?
Okay, well, I like to say the reason why black men have so much hatred. Well, I assume that they have that much hatred. A lot of black men feel like black women is the vessel of the white man. So essentially they view black women like the government, not just food stamps and welfare, but everything.
Do you think this is a projection?
No, yes. And because a lot of a negative experience that we have had growing, the upbringing of, the dealings with black women and black men, and they feel like black women stood in the way of their growth, meaning that, they stood in the way, wanted to raise men instead not their fathers. They feel like black women stood in the way and to prevent their fathers from being in their life. And most black men not going to admit it, but we feel like we are feminine because our mothers wanted to be dominant over the fathers. And so a lot of boys that was raised up under their mama was raised up feminine, just like their mama.
So they're delusional, basically.
Well, yes, I would say we delusional because our upbringing, we didn't have that masculine. And then for black women to make fun of black men.
The black man walked out. You didn't have the masculine.
No matter how it happened, she chose them though. No matter how it happened, and
so
we
black
was raised.
Men are mad because black women keep choosing to have children with black men.
No, not black men, meaning every last one of them.
They're having children with black men. That's what they're having children.
Yeah, but every black man didn't walk out. That's a fallacy.
All black women have children with black men.
Right, so but I'm not saying
you're not going to make this.
As though black men, all of them walked out.
Hold on, James. All of them don't need to walk out. The vast majority of them walked out. There has always, since there's been absentee fatherhood in the black community, it's always been a very high rate. It's always been. Black men did walk out. They did walk out, and they're lying.
Okay, so let's say that to be true. So nobody's asking why black men decide to walk out from that black woman.
No, it's documented. It's documented in a Moynihan report, in every single report. Black men couldn't provide for their children. So despite continuously creating them, they just abandoned them. That's why.
Well,
They abandoned them because they couldn't afford to take care of them.
if we're going to be honest, the black woman couldn't provide for them neither. They both was a piece of shit, black women and black
Who
men.
does the
So
Bible
don't talk
say is
as
the
if the
provider?
black woman is just something on this high moral
Who
ground.
does the Bible say is the provider?
They say the man, yeah,
Right.
but
So black
remember
women don't
the
need to have no
Bible.
money. In a patriarchal system, who says the man is the provider?
But but this is the
In
same
the
Bible that you trying to
patriarchal
debunk.
system, hold on. In the patriarchal system that black men not only subscribe to but protect, who's
Right.
supposed to be the provider?
Oh, I would say that Bible says the man, but you trying to debunk
Right.
the
And
Bible.
no,
So that
the Bible says the
argument don't
man.
count.
Hold on, James. The Bible says the man. The patriarchal system says the man. Not only did the patriarchal system say the man, but they orchestrated a situation where the woman could not be the provider, although black women, for the most part, was the provider. So one place where you're wrong at is saying black women weren't the provider. Yes, they were. They were the provider of the children, and they were provider of that black man who was staying up in that home. Because black men weren't really
They was
leaving
provider
the
of
home.
welfare, yeah.
No, they were not. No, they were not. What they were doing is going from one woman's home to another woman's home. They weren't just leaving the home. They was going back into somebody else's home, helping them to create some children that they couldn't afford. And they knew they couldn't afford because they just bounced on Tiffany over there who had the kids that they couldn't afford. That's what the reports are saying. I'm not going to believe you. I'm going to believe every report. Where do you think they got the notion from that a black man went to get some milk and never came back? Where do you think that came from? That's a widely known notion that, oh, he just went to get a gallon of milk. Where do you think that came from?
It came from us. What they tell us that black men just went out go get some milk and never came back home because he felt inadequate. That's what they told us. That don't mean it's true.
Let's say that's not true. Fine, that's not true. Why are black men taking care of their kids now?
Well, me as a black man, I know a collective of black men that are taking care of their kids.
So the
mothers
majority
ain't
of
shit.
black men, because we not gonna do hypotheticals, minorities, and what else. The majority of black men do not take care of their kids, regardless of the race of woman.
I can tell you why. I would say this: the ones that's not taking care of their kids usually be the majority. You gonna let me ask? Okay, you gonna let me answer? I would say that majority of them didn't even have a relationship with their woman. They probably met at a club,
Why did they impregnate her then?
Well, they both was having sex. The problem, the difference is
you specifically. Hold on, because we're not gonna do they both having sex. You specifically, hold on. You specifically said that black men are nutting out fully developed babies. So this ain't got nothing to do with black women. It doesn't matter who having sex. Black men are creating these children, according to you. They're coming out of his body fully developed, according to you. So don't blame that on black women. He's having a kid on his own. It's coming out of his nut. We don't control his nut.
No, what I'm saying is a lot of times when a man don't have a relationship established with their woman and they just have sex, he don't really care. And that's why most men be asking y'all to get a self-deletion.
No, ain't nobody getting an abortion. Hold on. No one's getting an abortion because you want them to. If you don't have a child, what should you do as a man if you don't want a child?
Well, that conversation need to be with both of them.
No. If you don't want a child as a man, as a leader, because you're a leader. As
we only leaders when y'all want to shit on us.
As a man, as a leader,
right?
What do a man need to do if he don't want to have to produce a child? What does he need to do?
Get clipped, wear condoms, don't have sex at all.
Right, or keep his bodily fluids out of her body. A woman consenting, hold on. A woman consenting to having sex is not consenting to you putting your bodily fluids in her body. Keep your body. I'm gonna start a petition to make y'all get prosecuted for rape for doing it. I'm about to propose some legislation.
Yeah, because you make it sound like all these black women are rape victims. Like they want consensual having sex.
If you are putting your bodily in
black women is the biggest rapists.
You're not gonna just come on here and say stupid stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and let your stupidity fly. right now, because I only got 2 more minutes, so I'm gonna let your stupidity fly instead of cussing you out. The bottom line is, if Black men don't understand what their bodily fluids can do, then they're too stupid to be having sex. You don't need to be laid up with nobody. You need to be laid up with 0 people. If as a man who's going to call yourself a leader, who is going to ask a woman to submit to you, if you can't even find out a way how to keep your bodily fluids inside your body, you are too dumb to have sex. Black women, stop having sex with idiots. They're stupid.
I agree. So can I ask you one last question?
Sure.
I see that you've been going at the Black man for a long time, right? And looking at you, you're not even Black. So the Black man or the Black woman is not your responsibility.
What race am I?
You are biracial. You are biracial. You're not Black. So you're not even our responsibility for you to be going this hard on us anyway.
Black parents, what are you talking about?
Looking at your skin complexion, you are mixed.
Who cares? I have 2 Black parents.
Well, the Black race care because you pushing off this stuff, this instigating Black men and Black women against each other. You're not even that.
So I'm telling you, both of my parents are Black. My mother is a dark-skinned Black woman, and my father is a Black man.
Is he light-skinned? He light, right?
He ain't no more. He ain't now.
Yeah, but white. He look almost white, so he have white. He have white counterparts in his blood.
He's not biracial. His father was biracial. He's not biracial. His father was biracial.
Somewhere down the line, like everybody in my family is Black, but you pushing off this genocide amongst Black women and Black men, and you're not even us.
Black as the average Black person. I'm the same amount of Black as the average Black person.
I don't get question. If that was the case,
I'm more Black because
if that was the case, I wouldn't have to question you about your race.
The average Black person is 25% white. I am not 25%.
According to who?
According to everything. Type it into Google. Type
right?
it into. Yeah. Because of slavery and admixing genius, obviously most of the people in this country would be partially white if there's admixture from slavery. You do realize that,
I don't get question about my race. You do. You have to explain your race every time when you talk about race.
From idiots. I only get questioned about my race from idiots. Those are the only people who question about my race.
Have you looked in the mirror, Cynthia G? Nothing about Black represents you. You have to tell us that you have Black parents.
No,
if you didn't never tell us that, we would believe that you have white parents.
I have to tell 0 people that I'm Black. Every single person when I walk outside knows that I'm Black. I don't have to tell nobody. The police.
But lately, we've been having damn near white people represent. We've been having damn near white people the face of Black.
Here's the thing, even if I was biracial, I would still have a Black parent, which means I would still be saying the same thing, even if I was biracial.
But you would have to target your white counterpart too.
No, I would have to charge my Black parent for choosing a white counterpart. Actually, that's what I would have to. I would have to ask my parent, like the mixed people are doing. See, because Black men do the same thing to everybody. That's why they're biracial. They're all over TikTok saying, my daddy wasn't here either. And in fact, my mom fetishized my dad, or my dad fetishized my mom. He only wanted some white skin, but soon as I came, he bounced up out the door. That's what your biracial kids are saying.
And you asked the question, what do Black men, you asked the question that you said you've been trying to get the answer for a long time. What do Black men provide for the Black woman?
No, that's not what I was asking.
We provide y'all existence. Without the Black man, there's no such thing as a Black woman. That's why I say Black men needs to sacrifice Black women that speaks like you.
Well, let me sacrifice you right now. Let me just do
sacrifice Black women.
Okay, so he got sacrificed. So it just is what it is. If we go sacrifice somebody, we go sacrifice your dumb ass. I'm not even gonna drag you, James. I'm not even gonna drag. I had a drag really right off I'm not even gonna do it.